Hello, welcome to a first of many videos, tier list videos of the music variety. I have here a tier list of Christian rock bands. If you don't know, I was, and still a little bit, obsessed with Christian rock bands. Loved them. And I now have the task of tier ranking them, which will be difficult, but should be fine. I don't know if all of them are here that I listened to back in the day, but I've listened to almost all of them. And so I feel like I'm a good person to do this. Hi, Editing Isaac here. I just want to say I love all of these bands, and if I come off as harsh, I'm not. I'm being a little bit strict in this tier list because I'm so passionate about this style of music. And it's more nostalgic for me, so I'm not. I love all the music, all the bands. Just I like some more than others, and I mean it's my musical opinion. So, but please enjoy the rest of the video, and please like and subscribe. Thank you. So we're gonna start with About a Mile. I remember them, but I don't remember listening to them. Which I'm not being arrogant, but it says a lot. Because I was so obsessed with Christian rock as a child that I would do like reports on it in school in grammar class. So I'll put just unknown because I don't know enough about them to really give a good estimate. Anne Boleyn, that's perfect. Anne Boleyn for me was like the quintessential Christian rock band. They were not preachy, but you could tell in their lyrics there was a hint of hope in each one of their songs. Loved it. And some of these I can't see, so who is that? Ashes Remain. Oh. Ooh, okay. I would say they're good. They never had like they didn't last long. I know that. They had one song On My Own which was really good. The only thing for them is like they didn't know whether to be hard rock or to go the K-Love route, so they tried to play both fields. Kind of like a Chris Daughtry type of vibe of like that first album was rock, but it was also had like polished like a pop song. Now who is that? Oh, Audio Adrenaline. Oh, man, people are gonna be not happy with me on this. I'm gonna say okay, just for me personally. I get the importance of Audio Adrenaline. I get it, but for me personally, I just don't. I never saw the hype. Barlow Girl. They were okay. They had one song that I really liked, like You Were Never Alone or something like that. That was really good. Everything else I never really got into. Is that Day of Fire? Oh my goodness, was that Day of Fire? Oh yes. Okay, Day of Fire. I remember them. They were like the first like rock band I had on a MP3 player. They didn't last long. I'm gonna put a very good, because a lot of that carries with the nostalgia purposes. Their songs were okay, but for me, nostalgic wise, that's just boom. Decipher Down. Okay, we're gonna put them at great. They were amazing. I've not listened to a lot of their new stuff, but Decipher Down I thought was never got the attention that they should have. Their album Crash, I think, was fantastic. Their second album. Their first album was okay, but their second album is what was insane. That album was killer. Great riffs, awesome vocals, great lyrics. Just loved it. Demon Hunter. I'm going to put that right at amazing. Demon Hunter for me is like probably, if not one of the greatest Christian metal bands that ever lived. Their longevity, their songs, the music, the lyrics, it's all just amazing. And they've been doing it for so long, and they're still doing it. They're still doing shows. They're on tour with War of Ages right now, which is awesome to see. I mean, I don't think really one bad thing I can say about Demon Hunter. Their early stuff I wasn't as cool with as time went on. I think mainly their first album I was not really into. Everything else after that was just fantastic. Disciple, I'm going to put at either very good or great. Let's see. I like Disciple better than Day of Fire. Disciple, They like Demon Hunter. They've been doing it for so long, and they've just kept the same style. It's sad to see a really good hard rock band, by some of these we'll know later, change their sound over time. And that's kind of like to a sound that they know is more commercially better on money. That's just my opinion. But moving on. Falling Up. I will put them at very good. They've had some amazing albums, but then also they've had a couple albums that just did not hit with me very well. I will say their album Fangs has the one of the most unique drumming and insane drumming I've ever heard in my life. The creativity on the drums on the Falling Up album Fangs is insane. I would highly recommend you go listen to the album Fangs by Falling Up. Oh, is this FF5? Oh, God. Oh boy. I'll put them at okay because their first album, Business Up Front, Party in the Back, was amazing. And then it just went downhill from there. I don't know what happened. Like Love Addict, Country Gentleman, that was my jam back in middle school. But then I don't know what happened and just went downhill from there. I mean, not much to say. Who is that? I don't know that one, so I'm going to put at unknown. Fireflight, I will put at very good. Their first album was fantastic. Their first album carries probably their whole career. Well, not really. I shouldn't say that. That's mean. Their first album was incredible. After that, I never could get into anything. There were great songs on each one, but that first album had such good songwriting that it kind of was hard to top that. If that makes sense. Flyleaf, amazing. When Lacey Strum was in there, it was like banger after banger album after banger album. Low Key, their best song is Call You Out. One of their heavier ones on their third record, I believe. Great. Hawk Nelson. Oh. I'll put it very good. Early Hawk Nelson will always have a place in my heart, but if you know the situation that went down with them, and after the lead singer left and they did the other singer, it just kind of went downhill for me. I would almost put them at good. Yeah, I'll put them at good. I'll drop them down to good. Icon for Hire. Great band. That first album is awesome. But put them at okay, because everything after that was just okay. I mean, not much to say. Jonah 3-3. I'll put below average. I was never a fan. That's it. Cutlass. Good. When they did the hard rock stuff, it was awesome. The first couple times they did the worship stuff, contemporary stuff, it was great. But after a while, I lost. It's like they were like trying to play both fields. But still classic. Hearts of the Innocent album is an amazing album. Lifehouse. I guess you would technically call them a Christian band. I would put Lifehouse at good. Yeah, I put them at good. I don't know much about Lifehouse, but that first couple albums, everyone knows. Put them at good. Love and Death. Amazing. If you don't know, Love and Death is the side project of Brian Head Welch, which is the guitarist for Korn. Love and Death, they've only released 2 albums, but both have been fantastic and a fresh sound for like Christian hard rock. Memphis Mayfire. I've always heard Memphis Mayfire is a Christian band. Are they? I've never really looked into it, but everyone says they are. Their first album, no, not first, it'd be second. The one with the sinner, the victim, the abandoned, that one. That album's fantastic. Their new stuff, I'm just not a fan of. So I'll put them at good. Mercy Me. I'm not sure why they're in this list, Mercy Me, but it is what it is. I'll put them at good. I never imagined seeing Memphis Mayfire next to Mercy Me. That's kind of funny. Newsboys. I'll put them at okay. I've never been a big fan. Nine Lashes. I'll put them at good. They had one great album, or 2, and then did a pop record and kind of lost me. Pillar, I will put at very good, which a lot of Pillar is the culture they started with Christian hard rock. They were like early on in it with Bring Me Down, Frontline, all that stuff. For the Love of the Game. Yes, moving on. Random Hero, I never really listened to them. Moving on. Red, amazing. Such a unique voice, and each album gets, I think, more cinematic as time goes on. They just have a unique sound. They don't really sound like anyone else. I know they've had ties with Breaking Benjamin, but they don't really sound like Breaking Benjamin in a way. They're more cinematic than Breaking Benjamin, so Red is fantastic. Relient K, I will put... I'll put them at amazing too. I mean, it's Relient K. Everyone loves Relient K. Everyone does. Be My Escape, an amazing song. I'm just excited to get to this next one. Sin by Ravens. They did not get the love and support as they should. They were insane musicians, great music, great songs. The second album, Mean What You Say, was like a perfect album for me. It was just perfect. Even the first one, Our Graceful Words, perfect album. Perfect. Seventh Day Slumber, I'll just put it okay. I know they've been doing it for such a long time. I've just not been a big fan. Sidewalk Prophets, why are they in here? I don't get that. We'll put at okay. Skillet, oh jeez. Rebirthing and Awake and Alive, both those albums are perfect. After that, I've never felt that same connection to an album. I know they have a new one coming up soon, but I just not had that click. So I'll put them at great. Spoken, I'll put them at great too. Their new album is insane and killer and heavy, very heavy, which Spoken now has the guitars for Love and Death. Not Brian Head Welch, but the other guy, I can't remember his name. J.R. Barris, I think, is also playing for Spoken. But Spoken's great. They've been doing it forever. It's very unique voice. But yeah. Who is that? Oh, Super Chick. Oh, I forgot about them. They had one good song, but I'll put them at okay. Switchfoot. Yeah, I would put that. No, sorry. Amazing. That they haven't had the same. They've had great albums early on, but recently, I sound like a hipster. Recently, I've just hasn't clicked with me. You know what I mean? I love Switchfoot, but it hasn't clicked with me. I know that picture. Who is that? 1,000 Foot Crutch. Ooh boy, 1,000 Foot Crutch. I would put a perfect. No. Amazing. They've had a couple albums that mix-wise just sounded a little bit weird, but actually I would put them at the forefront of amazing. That makes sense. The Afters, I put them at okay. They've had their first two albums I really loved. After that, not so much. Who is that? Oh, The Classic Crime. Oh, perfect. They're perfect. I love all their albums. I love every single one of their albums. I don't know if I could consider them Christian rock. I know they were on Tooth and Nail Records, but I don't know if they're Christian rock. But still, I love all their albums. They don't have a bad one. Albatross is a great album. Phoenix is a great album. Abracadavers is an amazing song, so go check them out. The Letter Black, I'll put them at good. Didn't have a long career. No, they were still doing some stuff, but just kind of, they're good. Who is that? Zoom in. The Protest. I think that's what they're called. I've never listened to them. Moving on. Third Day. I'll put them at good because they didn't really have anything, like, they weren't rock, but they didn't really have a bad song. Or a bad album, so. Viridia. I've always saw the name, but I never gave him a chance. We As Human. I'll put them at great. They had one album, and I wish they would have done more, because I feel like they were onto something. It was very dark, and I really liked it. Last one, which I don't think is Christian. They might have Christian members, but I don't think they are a Christian band. We Came as Romans. I'll put them at very good, just because I think they're very good. Okay, what do you think? Good? Bad? Yes? No? Tell me in the comments below. Hope you subscribe, and hope you like the video and subscribe for more. And yeah, thank you for watching.